Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Exotics Radio. I'm Crax, your host. I hope everybody's doing well and doing okay this fine December month. At least I know I am. I'm cozy in my most comfortable pants, sitting here with the cats at the door and a hot cup of cocoa in my hand. If it doesn't get any better than that, it is super cold outside. There is no way my butt is going outside, just saying. But I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. It is December. We will be doing 12 episodes of nothing but Christmas music and, of course, Christmas related themes for tarantula collectors, exotic pet collectors, or I should say tarantula owners and exotic pet collectors. Wow, I do not know where my script is, so I'm just winging it here. But there are a couple of announcements. First of all, the show is brought to you by Sodders Zoo, a pet store here in Sweden. They do ship only in Sweden and inside the EU. Unfortunately, if you're outside the EU, they do not ship. So I apologize for that. It's not because of their store's policies, but because of COVID. So until COVID blows over, their services outside the EU are not available. Now, also, there is Jungle's Brothers, which is a tarantula breeder company. I have to say their customer service is very top-notch. If you have any complaints or any concerns, they are more than happy to get right to you and answer any and all questions. Now, both places I will leave the description and below, their information in the description below. Wow, I can't speak today. If you guys can't tell, I have also a little bit of a sore throat, and I apologize for that, but we'll get through this. Now, as I was saying, these shows will have a Christmas theme, each and every one of them, and there will be 12 of them, and we will be playing lots and lots of Christmas music. Today is going to have a jazzy twist on some of the Christmas carols that you're familiar with, and some new songs that you may not be familiar with excellent artists, new and upcoming from Epidemic Sounds. And of course, for all of those listening, I do have a subscription. I do have permission to use these songs. So without further ado, our first song coming up is the Jingle Bells, a jazz edition by Dexter Green featuring Lavisa Marketing.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank, and then we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
And welcome back. That was Jingle Bells, the Jazz Edition by Dexter Green, featured Lavisa Marketing. So anyways, as I was saying, we are going to get into Christmas-themed shows, and today's Christmas-themed show. So what we're going to be talking about is, what do you get a person who collects tarantulas or other types of exotic pets for Christmas? Because we are some of the easiest people to shop for, and here's why. You already know what we want. We want either tarantula, snakes, or anything we could add to our collection as an exotic pet owner. or we want something to feed or house or to something to contribute to our hobby. So we are very, very easy to shop for. Now, sometimes I will hear, but that's too expensive. That can't always be true. And I'll tell you why. This is the end of the season, so there are many places with many sales going on, like places with aquariums for sale and or buy two, get two free kind of things in the store. Say if you get a hamster or something, go check out those sales. Those sales are really quick and easy to spot. You can either go to the store site. If the store does not have an official online site that you can actually go shop online, I wouldn't be shopping there in the first place. That's just me. Or if maybe you want to do something original, you want it to be something to put together. Let's take my tarantulas for example. My tarantulas love their hides, and I love putting fake plants in there. I do not use real plants, mainly because I have the worst green thumb in the world. So what I would do is I would put fake plants in there, make it look really nice, spruce it up a bit, and give them plenty of room to roam. A lot of things to give them a bit of satisfaction when they want to hide and still be out of their burrow. So yes, that's kind of some of the things. So you can go down to your favorite, we call it a planetarium here where I live. You can go to your favorite greenhouse. They have plastic plants all over the place. Or you can go to your hardware store, buy some Christmas themed stuff. You use a hot glue gun, start making up Christmas themed crafts. Of course they're not going to be in there all year round, but they're fun to put into the enclosures. They're fun to do stuff with. And see, then you're not harming anything. The person knows what you're shopping for. The person knows it comes from the heart. So that is some of the most important things when getting a gift. Maybe because I'm older. When I was a kid, I used to not be able to say that. It was always the brand new shinies always got the first place, and everything that my grandma and grandpa used to give me, or some of the older folks used to give me, I'd be like, yeah, what's this? That's going on a shelf somewhere and I'm gonna just leave it alone. But now that I'm older, I really appreciate a lot of handcrafted items and things that come from the heart. That's just me. So you could definitely do something like that. But again, look for those sales. And the first place you should look for is on the website. So again, if the store does not have a website, maybe you really shouldn't be shopping there, because all stores now have a website. So anyways, without further ado, we've got our second song already coming up. Holy crap. Talking about one of my favorite subjects was this Christmas, and the time just flies. So we have Santa's Little Helpers by the Snowy Hill Singers featuring Frank Moody.
Santa's little helper. Santa's little helper. We're Santa's little helpers. We make the wheels go round. Day and night, night and day, here in Christmas Town. We're Santa's little helpers, and it's us you want to know. If you want a date under the mistletoe. We're Santa's little helpers. We make all the toys, the trinkets for the girls and the trucks for the boys. We're Santa's little helpers, and we know every trick, 'cause we wrote the book on old Saint Nick. It's a foggy Christmas night, so Rudolph, shine your light. Santa's little helper. Santa's little helper. We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves, but Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers, and if you want to know, there's nowhere else on earth that we would rather go. Santa's little helpers. Santa's little helpers. We're Santa's little helpers, and it's us you want to know. If you want a date under the mistletoe. If you want a kiss under the mistletoe. Mistletoe. Mistletoe.
And welcome back, everybody. That was Santa's Little Helpers by the Snowy Hill Singers featuring Frank Moody. Still really like his voice. I'm a sucker for a man with a good voice. That's just my downfalls in life, I guess. So anyways, what we're covering is gifts to give somebody who is a exotic pet keeper or collector like myself. So the next thing I always get this question, well, if I can get you a tarantula, what would it be? any tarantula would work. And I'm almost going to guess that's exactly how it is with every other keeper. We don't want you to spend a fortune on something that you're not going to enjoy, but we are. We love the idea, but practically it's not very sound, it's not very nice. So what I usually tell people, it's just cheap. And I usually rattle off common names. I usually avoid the scientific terms because people tend to go, huh? How'd you spell that? You know, I usually say, well, the curly hair is more like the Bob Ross of the tarantula world, so I would enjoy another one of those. Or maybe if you know, want to give me a Rosie, I'd be more than happy. And then, you know, watch people's faces like, oh, okay. And then they catch on to exactly what I'm saying. Versus if I would start rattling off scientific terms and then just, huh? So it saves me 10 minutes of trying to explain how to spell a single name. So anyways, that's kind of what one of my things I want to say. Gift cards. If we're thinking about more along the lines of stocking stuffers for exotic pet keepers, I don't care if you collect snakes, some of the rarest frogs, or even some of the rarest tortoises, whether it be amphibian or reptile or even an invertebrate, any sort, of course. Gift cards are the best. They're a perfect record of what you've spent, so you can show them physically you didn't go out and spend an arm and leg. And also, they're a good way to keep a hold of spending during the right time of the year. And what I mean by that is you don't easily lose them, especially nowadays since most of them are kept on record. So you can use them at a later date and get it to the right temperature. Say for tarantulas, for example, you know, we can't ship all year round. We just simply can't. Unless it's a nearby supplier, then it's a heat pack. But if you're going to send something across the EU, it is nearly impossible. So there will have to be a certain part of the year where we can get our tarantula and order, and it's usually, for Sweden, it's all the way into early summer for most places because of the temperature difference. So anyways, so yes, that's what I was on to say. Just think of stocking stuffers. What would fit into a stocking? For a tarantula keeper like myself, the perfect stocking stuffer would be either a brick of substrate. It doesn't have to be like this elaborate thing. I'm talking about just a brick of cocoa fiber that costs maybe 100 kroner at most, maybe 130 with the tax and everything else. So I mean, it just depends on where you get it. So maybe a brick of substrate, a 10 kroner plastic plant, and maybe an aquarium or a terrarium that you had purchased, used online, especially this time of year, because most places don't have sales going on right now because of the shipping is stalled due to either being fragile or whatever, and weather in our cases, and COVID, of course. Gotta count COVID in there. But yes, what I was saying is the stocking stuffer, so like a terrarium that you purchased or whatever that, you know, cost you maybe 200-300 kroner. So maybe a bunch of stocking stuffers such as a brick of moss, a brick of substrate, some vermiculite, or a plastic plant or two, and there's my stocking. And then if you want to get elaborate, a 200 or 300 kroner aquarium. And I'm perfectly happy. I absolutely 100% happy about that. Cork bark's also a good pick for me. So if you're not into the hobby, ask the person yourself. So there's two things we've covered. We've covered the gift card and just simply asking the person. Hey, look, I know you collect blah, blah, blah. I don't know some of the things that you would purchase for blah, blah, blah. You know, fill me in. You don't have to be covert about it because we know you're not into the trade. Because I could guarantee if you weren't into collecting as well as the rest of us, you wouldn't have any of those problems of trying to figure out what to buy us for that time of year. You would already know. So yeah, that's generally what I tell everybody around me when they get asked, what would you like? Well, here you go. And I can bet you the gifts that I get are some of the cheapest you will ever find. So they're pocket friendly, and it's something I'm going to enjoy really a lot because, for one, it's for my tarantulas. Two, it's coming from your heart. So I know you're supportive of the hobby that I find enjoyable and that I love. So there you have it when it comes to some of the small stuff that you can buy. Okay, so we have enough. The time is just flying by. So I just looked up at the clock. I have another song lined up for you guys. We have Paris for Christmas, but unfortunately, Epidemic Sound did not put in the artist because it came off of a list of songs to pick. So it just says Epidemic Sound for the contributing artist, which is kind of sucky because I really like the song. So if you guys can figure out who sings this song, I would be forever in debt because I really love the song. It's Paris for Christmas.
This
This is the first year that we are alone. The kids have all flown out. I've got a thought, dear, been planning on my own. So what would you think about us making a clean getaway, not coming back till New Year's Day? Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. We'll stroll down Champs-Élysées, wishing our troubles away. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. It's been so long, dear, since we've been anywhere. I think we deserve as much. 2 first-class seats to Charles de Gaulle out of St. Louis Lambert Field. So let's make a clean getaway, not come back till New Year's Day. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. We'll throw Mona Lisa a glance. We'll make time for a little romance. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. We'll dine at Atelier
welcome back. That was Paris for Christmas by, I would say, Anonymous, but it really is. I don't have the contributing artist name. Thank you, Epidemic Sound. But aside that, Epidemic Sound is where I usually get all my music. No, not usually. It is where I get all my music from. I do have a subscription to them, and I pay yearly to use the songs. So if you want to skip all the commercials, skip all of the crap, and just find some really good artists, upcoming artists, who are trying to make it out in the world and you want to show some support, get a subscription to Epidemic Sound. I highly suggest it, especially if you're getting into podcasting or maybe even a radio like I am, for my hobby, which I haven't done. I haven't done a Fat Cat radio in a really long time. I think I need to do that. But anyways, yes, go check out Epidemic Sound. So now back to what we were talking about. Things to do, things to get. I would recommend definitely talking to the collector in mind, unless you're like mom and dad and you have a son or daughter or children who are into the tarantula trade or snakes or amphibians or tortoises or anything like that. Then you should already know the things your kids should know. So then you would already know what to get. But if you're married to somebody and you're kind of like, it's not my thing, and then you're just like, oh, but I want to get them something nice for Christmas, go talk to them. First and foremost, they will know what they need, and they can easily tell you. Just the other day I was asked what did I need for my hobby, so I know exactly what I'm gonna get for Christmas. But I'm an adult. I don't care that I know, or roundabout know. I know that it's coming, and that's exactly what I'm going to get, or roundabout what I'm going to be getting. So, I said I need either substrate or moss at the time, and I also need some stuff to make some more elaborate hides, because I have tarantulas that are getting up in age, so they'll be needing the rehouses very soon. So I want to give them the best home that I could possibly give them. Okay. Where would I find this kind of stuff? Any pet store. Okay. And that was the end of the conversation, so I have no clue exactly what I'm getting, but I know kind of roundabout what I'm getting. And again, it's okay. I will be just as happy opening that present and getting that, or handed a plastic bag and getting it, because it is something I need. So definitely go talk to the person it's in question. Definitely go talk to them and find out what you're going to get them. They will know everything. But what if you want to make just like a surprise and you don't want to let them know? You know what you could really do? Buy a book on the exotic pet that they're keeping or collect. If I got some tarantula books, I don't care how out of date, I don't care how bad the information is, or maybe the information's good, you never know. I would be thrilled. So books are some of the best things you can get. And I'm not talking about online books, because that's always an easy go-to. Unless the person in question is a online geek. I'm old-fashioned. I like the hardbacks in my hand. So definitely you cannot go wrong with a book. Definitely not go wrong with a book. That is 100% certain. You will hit the nail on the head and you will get, oh, thank you. And some people will be like, well, I already know everything. And then you say, hey, look, maybe there's something in here you didn't know. It's a good read. Or you can say the pictures look great, or whatever. Again, books you cannot go wrong with. So what have we covered so far? We covered cheap plastic plants, we've covered substrate, we've covered gift cards, we've covered small stocking stuffers, we've talked about talking to the person, now we're covering books. Again, the possibilities are endless. We are so easy to shop for, it is mind-blowing. And there are some people out there, you're like, oh, I don't know what to get them. We're easy. You already know what to get us. It's not like we don't have it on display. So, wow, the time just flies. Holy cow. Our next song is already coming up. Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem from Starry Night Bay Trio. And welcome back, everybody. That was A Little Town of Bethlehem, the jazz trio edition from Starry Bay Trio. They're an incredible band. I definitely would say go check them out. Go look them up. They are on YouTube as well. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you did as much as I did, because I know I'm going to be baking some cookies to that song a little bit later. My guilty pleasures. I pick out the music that I like and I just play it. If you guys like the same things I like, please like and share this podcast, and of course leave a comment if you can, whether it be good, bad, ugly, pretty, I don't care. Critique me, throw some rocks at me, honestly I don't care. Just let me know that you guys are listening and that you like this or you don't like this, or what I can change. I'm always, again, up for some criticism, fun or serious. And if you're a troll, I'm just gonna have fun with you, so just gonna say I can't take trolls seriously. I don't think trolls were really meant to be taken seriously, but that is for a discussion for another time. So what are we talking about? We've talked about stocking stuffers, we've talked about books, we've talked about things we can get the person who is collecting an exotic pet. Again, I want to stress this. I want to stress avoid getting an actual pet. You're spending money on something you may not enjoy at all, and you're getting somebody something they may enjoy. But what if it's that wrong time of year to be shipped? These are the things you really have to keep in mind. Best way to get tarantulas is to ship them, and there are weather we have to be careful of. There's temperatures we have to be very careful of. If it's too cold, they die. If it's too hot, they die. If they don't get enough ventilation, they die. So there's things we have to worry about as tarantula collectors and those who are shipping tarantulas. So many of the places will not be shipping at this time of year. It will be closed, and rightfully so. I fully support that. Putting the animals' safety first is first and utmost thing that should be on everybody's minds, especially at this time of year. Really would stay away from buying exotic pets, unless, what if their animal doesn't have to be shipped? Because exotic pets doesn't just cover the 8-legged kind that I have. Exotic pets can be even fish. They could be hedgehogs. They could be hamsters. Hamsters are cute, just putting that out, but those are exotic pets. Anything that really isn't a dog or a cat is pretty much an exotic pet. And then you go shopping with that person, say, hey, look, on this date, we have a date, we're going to go pick out your pet. Make it fun, put it on a card, put it in a beautiful envelope if you're into that, and that was my can, pay no mind to that. But what if you have those things? Or what if you wanted to take people to go do those things? Definitely do that. You can spruce it up, you can make it as plain as day and just straight tell them, hey, look, this date, we're going to go together, we're going to be doing this. And you can watch their face light up. Again, those are some of the things I really would avoid unless you can get them directly from the store. And then you may not want to put that off. What if they have a sale? Jump on those sales. I am never against shopping when there's a sale. I don't care what it is. I'm going to go for a sale. That's one of my worst bad habits. If it's sale, I'm going to go check it out. I don't care if I need it or not. I think it was Weird Al that sang, I think it was convenience store or it was hardware store. That would be me. I would go there just to check out the sales. But anyways, yes, again, there's a time and a place for everything. Everybody thinks, when they think of exotic pet keepers, they want to get the animal for us. Generally, that's one of the first go-tos. Refrain from doing that. Get some stocking stuffers. That will go a lot further than getting us an exotic pet. Because what if we do not have the room? Because we have so much we have in mind. Because taking a pet is a lot of responsibility. What if we don't have the time? What if we don't have the room? For me, I have to be careful what kind of tarantulas I get because the size is a limit. I have limitations in my room. Until I can get a bigger room, I can't accept certain particular sized tarantulas, not right off the bat. So there's things that I have to keep in mind. And again, another thing that comes to mind when it comes to my tarantulas, do I have the time? Tarantulas are very easy to care for. They're extremely easy to put in a corner and be like, there you go, enjoy. And they're happy to be in that dark corner. But again, do I have the size? Do I have the time? What if something goes wrong? Is there a vet near for me? I grant there is an actual vet that's 2 hours away that does look at arachnids, occasionally on serious conditions, but mostly they examine our dead specimens and see how they died. That limits me a little bit, but it also gives me a little bit more leeway versus some of the people who don't. So you have to keep all of that in mind. So one of the things I will say, do not go to getting a live animal right off the bat. Do not make that your first go-to. Get stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers are not only they're cheaper, but they can last a lot longer. A brick of substrate for me will last 4 or 5 enclosures, and depending on the species, of course. I have a couple of fossorials. It almost seems like a half a brick goes into one enclosure for one of them. So again, stocking stuffers. I can't stress that enough. Stocking stuffers. Or books. You cannot go wrong with books. Illustrations. Calendars also really good. There are also lots of YouTube channels out there that have lots of great stories. We will cover those after this song. Again, everything is flying by so quickly. Kind of like when you're having fun as a kid and then you realize, oh crap, it's dinner time. It's kind of like how this is going right now. Maybe because I'm really into Christmas. But anyways, we have All for Christmas by The Noel featuring Sam Shore. I almost messed up his name. Oops.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside and tickle the snowman's nose. Moving nimbly, did you hear something from the chimney? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Christmas, I only wanna be close to you.
And welcome back, everybody. That was All for Christmas by The Noel, featuring Sam Shore. Almost a mouthful. Okay, you guys already know I have a caffeine addiction. I had to go get a cup of coffee just because my throat was starting to get a little itchy. It's that time of year, I guess. But anyways, we've discussed just about everything. So we were talking about YouTube gift shops. Now, if they're a new coming YouTuber and you see a lot of faith in them, go for it. But I generally stay away from shops that have just arisen. There are a lot of scams going on, especially this time of year. So to protect myself, I go to the shops that have been around a really long time. There are the Tarantula Collective, there's the Dark Den, but these are places for tarantulas, of course. You can go to a lot of the YouTubers, those that have a well-established name, and go check up their shops, and you can pretty much get just about anything from them. But I will say, a lot of them have marked up prices. Not gonna joke, a lot of the prices I'm just like, oh, no way. I'm not gonna spend that. No offense for all the YouTubers out there. I know there's some people out there, but wow, some of your prices are a little far-fetched and you need to knock it down a notch or find a better supplier to give you cheaper rates. Just saying. But yeah, there are some places like that. Definitely go check out some of the YouTubers. There's also Inverted Bin, then there's the Dark Den, there is also the Tarantula Collective. Those main three are the ones I usually go to because I live in the EU. I live in Sweden. but I live in the EU. So those are the 3 main ones I go to because of the availability. There's also places like Fear Not Tarantulas. Fear Not Tarantulas has great prices, great customer service, and is willing to work with anybody. So I will definitely put them out there as well. If you're living in the US, go check out Fear Not Tarantulas if you know somebody who collects tarantulas, or maybe you just want some cool gear, like a cool hat, cool sweater, cool hoodie or something. I don't think they have hoodies, but go check them out. You never know what you might find. Stickers are also great. I will say this, if you're an exotic pet keeper and you get some really cool stickers, we're happy. Stickers are usually, some are very cheap and some of them aren't, but then it goes back to where do you get them. So you keep that in mind. So yeah, it goes back to stocking stuffers. When you have somebody who collects exotic pets, stocking stuffers, books, and just simply talking to us what we need, definitely goes a lot further than getting us some random gift that we just really don't care about. Again, they always say it's the thought that counts. No, it's not. There has to be some practicality to it. Then the thought counts. I mean, if I get a toothbrush, that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Who knew I needed a new toothbrush? If I didn't, then I just throw away the old one or use the old one for cleaning and keep the new one. It's to have some sort of practicality to it. And with any tarantula type gifts that I get, they all have practicality. So that's one of the reasons, or I should say one of the most appealing things that I find really enjoyable. I'm trying to think, what else is there? We have 3 more songs and I'm trying to think as we go. Because again, I do not have my notes in front of me and I apologize. I so apologize to the public about this. I'm generally not this scatterbrained when it comes to doing recordings. Again, more excuses, I guess. This will not be a future habit. I will promise you that. So we've covered just about everything that I can think of. While I think of more things to cover or try to at least see if I can't find my notes, I'm going to play another song. It is The Wonders of Light. And of course, another one from an Epidemic Sound list. So I do not know who the contributing artist is. I apologize. I hope you like the song. I know I did when I first heard it. It's called The Wonders of Light.
The wonders of light got the prettiest sight for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arms. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present. Come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
And welcome back, everybody. That was The Wonders of Light. I wish, again, I could give you the contributing artist, and I cannot. I do not have that in front of me. So we are going to be going into the things we've covered. We've covered stocking stuffers. We've covered books. We've covered taking them out and talking to them. The person in question, of course, that you're buying a gift for. Again, we're so easy to shop for. Some things that might be interesting that doesn't really relate to the hobby, such as stickers. You can also get us hats. You can get us sweaters, shirts, t-shirts from various online stores. You can go to Amazon, but I've had bad luck with Amazon so far. In my case, for tarantula specific type of hoodies, I've always had to go and get everything from online stores. And again, Invertibin, the Tarantula Collective, and the Dark Den are the three that I use here in the EU. So if I want some really cool tarantula oriented gear, I just go to them. I don't bother with the spider shop or anything like that unless it's for tarantulas or tarantula supplies, because they're really good about that. But other than that, yeah, I tend to stay away from Amazon. For books, though, I have not had any issues. It's just clothing for some strange reason. And I think it's because at this time of year, there are a lot of scammers. So maybe that's what we're going to kind of cover a little bit, and we'll cover more in the next episode. Scammers. Protect yourself. I cannot stress this enough. This is a time of year where older people tend to get scammed for a lot of money. So please protect yourself, protect your grandma, your grandpa, your mother, your father. Those who aren't really savvy with the computers, there are still people out there. The older generation still really isn't. I'm one of them. Okay, again, protect yourself. Christmas time is a huge time for people to prey on others. And even using Amazon, please be careful when doing any shopping online. But again, when it goes back to buying gifts, if you know somebody who likes hamsters or is into having a couple hamsters or even mice, those are considered exotic. You can get them little snacks, you can get them seeds, you can do some research. If you don't want to do the research, you can get them the books. Again, you see where this is all fairly easy. Or you can go to your local shop, go to your local pet store and say, hey, I know somebody who owns this. If they're a good shop, they're not going to try and take you for as much money as possible. They're going to actually just send you on your way with a couple of gifts that were fairly cheap. Sadaru Zoo is actually one of those places. They're not out to really spend your money in your pocket. Of course, they are a business, so money does come first and foremost, and then customer service. So they are a small shop that relies on their reputation, so they take very, very good care of you. They want you to come back. You're not there just for granted. They need you to come back and take care of them. Hit up smaller shops like that. They'll definitely take better care of you than some of the bigger names. Unless they don't have something that the bigger shops do have, then it's up to you. I hope you're an adult when you go shopping, so you can make that wise decision whether it's worth it or not. So we've got our next song coming up. Again, the time is just flying by. It is Angels We Have Heard on High, the jazz version from the Evergreen Trio featuring Axel Sales.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your happy song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. our hearts in love we race. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
And welcome back, everybody. That was Angels We Have Heard on High, the jazz version, from the Evergreen Trio featuring Axel Sales. Wow, I really found some names this time around. I mean, we have Lovisa Marketing and Axel Sales. We also have a Moody in here and a Shore on this. Interesting names for this time of year, I guess. I guess my parting words on this would be just talk to the person in question that you're buying a gift for. It's very easy. I always hear, but it spoils the surprise. Not really. I don't know exactly what I'm getting. I know the ballpark of what I'm getting, but I don't know exactly what I'm getting, so it's still a great thing to have. I don't care if it's stickers. I don't care if it's pins. Again, substrate. Definitely would love some substrate. I don't know how many times I've said it in the show. For all of those listening who know me, substrate. Give me substrate. Cocoa fiber substrate. Cocoa fiber substrate. Let me say this one more time. Cocoa fiber substrate. I could really use some. I'm gonna go to the store later today, buy some. Or moss. But I have a huge brick of moss and that usually lasts me forever. So on that note, I'm going to say goodnight, goodbye. I hope everybody has a great time. It is the beginning of the month. I know by the time this comes out, it'll be around the 10th. So I apologize for the late, but they will be pouring in after that. So we'll get back to our regular schedule of uploading 2 times a week. And that will be Monday mornings and Friday mornings. And without further ado, we got our last song coming up. I hope you guys can sing along with this one. Santa is Coming by Flickering.
Come joining us all. The feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go. Caroling through the snow all day. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bear toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Wake up with a smile. The feeling is right today. Magic in the air.